Yes guys, so we've got a question from the daily integral. We've got to integrate from 0 to infinity root e to the minus x over root e to the minus x over root e to the minus x, and so on and so forth. Just put in dx there. So with a question like this, there's no way we're just straight integrating this, so we sort of have to break down this root e to the x. So let's just drag it down. Let's hope to simplify this. So if we call this x, let's say, I'll explain to you why I'm calling this x. X equals this, and my next line of work can be I'd square everything, so x squared equals e to the minus x over root e to the minus x over root e to the minus x, and so on and so forth. And what you notice here is that we've got x again as our denominator, so we can just simply call this x. X squared equals e to the minus x over x. Now, so if I go back to what I was saying, when we see a lot of repeats or just something going on for infinity, we know it's just the same thing inside. So what we do, we just call it all x and call this all x, square both sides, and sort of just rearrange for x. So that's what we'll do now. That means x cubed equals e to the minus x. And again, let's look back at what we were doing. We were trying to get x in a more simpler form. So now we just cube root both sides. So we have e to the minus. Cube root is the same as, if you cube root something, we raise it to the power of a third. So e to the minus third x. And now we've got a much easier integral to deal with. So I equals the integral from infinity to 0, x with respect to x. And we found x to be e to the minus a third x with respect to x. Now if you integrate this, we've got let's have a think. So what integrates to give this? So minus a third, because when we times, we'll see why, e to the minus a third x. When we're differentiating all this, first we start off by timesing these two. This will just give us 1, so we'll have e to the minus a third x. And we're just putting our bounds infinity to 0. So I equals minus 3 e to the minus third infinity minus 3 e to the minus third times 0 to 0, so e to the 1, which equals, well, e to the infinity, because the minus third is somewhat insignificant here. It's not minus third, actually should just be a third. E to the third infinity is just e to the infinity, which is just infinity. Minus 3 over infinity is so insignificant, we just call it 0. So we have 0 minus 3 over e to the 0 equals 1. 0 minus, sorry, it should be a minus here as well. 0 minus 3 is just 3. So for a somewhat wacky looking problem, we've got a nice solution of 3. So that's the daily integral done. That's it. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.